antivirus scanning mode. In the next part is the NST4. We are discussing what is antivirus scanning mode, flow-based inspection mode, and proxy-based inspection mode. First of all, listen to this. Now, the next point we are going to discussing the profile. Right now, we just enable some of the rules on from LAN to DMZ, LAN to outside, and inbound traffic as well. We done the static NAT as well. We addressed the addresses as well. We also discussed the internet services based, some of the services as well, scheduling, DNAT, virtual. So these are already been discussed with you guys. Now, profile is the next section. So we discussed so far, routing is discussed and applied. Policy almost completed most of the stuff in the policy, including NAT policies as well. And security profiles is the next one, and antivirus here you can see. Now, what is the antivirus will be doing? Of course, the traffic is coming from the inbound to outbound and outbound to inbound. So what happens if the traffic is coming and going from your machine, and if there is a file who has antivirus, virus, one of the file has what is it? Virus actually, right? So in the virus, if you're scanning the files at the time of when the traffic is coming and going your firewall. So you want to make sure that any file, if your user is downloading into his machine, okay, that make sure the file is clean up. So in there, this is where you will be using the antivirus profile, and these profile alone, if you configure them, they have no meanings. They must be used inside the rules. For example, we have seen in the firewall policy right now, if I go to my machine and this is my internet connection, and if I go to my machine and I go to the EICAR website, at EICAR website, if I download the anti-malware test file, so when you open your test machine, guys, open your browser like the Internet Chrome. No, I think it's FileZilla. And the FileZilla, you will see, these. So people can company can test their environment that in their file. So you can see the HTTP download isn't available temporarily. Okay. So what does it mean that, I don't know why it's that, it was there before. If I download this file, you can see I can download it. Okay. But I think I should be able to test this file, which the HTTP. And this one, right now, this file has a virus. Okay. This file has a virus actually. So download the file using secure SSL and download the file using the standard protocol SSL. Just give me a. So basically what you can do is you can create a profile here. In the profile, security profile, you have already created a couple of files already. G Wi-Fi default and G default scan files and block viruses. So you can actually create your own profile. For example, here, MAS AB profile and antivirus scan. What is that? Okay, so you can see flow-based or proxy-based. So this is the concept of Fortinet. Basically, the concept is about the flow-based and proxy-based. Uses the extended antivirus by default, extreme database on both the FortiGate module, optimized performance using the proxy and based scan. Proxy-based effort two scanning modes, default scanning and the legacy scanning, and flow-based. So main difference, if you see at the level of proxy-based and flow-based. Flow-based mean when the traffic is flowing and it's not buffered inside the firewall. So think like just a header comes in, not the full packet is. Proxy mean that you will buffer it completely inside your firewall, and then you will inspect. It's like a more is much better. This scanning is much better, okay, much advanced. And but the only thing is you need to buffer it. You need to buffer inside the RAM first of all, and then you flow based is designed for use the hybrid proxy based scanning, okay. And FortiGate is buffer the whole file while the transit the client simultaneously. So buffer mean the client the file once the file is downloaded, it will completely buffer inside your device, and then you scan it. But the flow based, when the file is not even buffered, it's just going on the way. It's just flow based. Okay. The bigger large file than buffer are not scanning, can enable logging for these file. Packets are not delayed by the scan and accept. Lower perceived latency. If virus is detected, the last packet is dropped and connect is reset. If an identical request is made, the block replacement. So anyway, the main thing is you need to understand here, when you enable the file, when you enable the IAV, there are two modes available: flow based and proxy based. So look at this. If I do the proxy based, you will see some other protocol are also coming as well. This is a proxy feature, MAPI and SSH. And with the flow based, they are not available. So flow based, only these protocols are available. You want for HTTP, you want to be SMTP, you want for POP, IMAP, and all them. Okay, but yeah, flow based, of course, by default they are available in both. But the proxy based, because it go kind of a deep, it the packet is completely buffered inside your firewall. And then, but if the problem is if the file is very large, actually it might take more time to download and the user might need to wait more. So that is why it is a design decision for a person like you or who is designing the firewall. You will see that is a block mode or monitor mode. Another thing is you can block mode or monitor mode. So in the monitor mode, you are not blocking the file, but it will just sending the logs. Mostly company that without any impact, they just say, okay, we will monitor it for 1 week or 2 weeks, we analyze it, and then we block it. Okay, so keep in mind the AV, all these profiles, they work in like the same way, monitor mode or block mode. So if you do the block mode, monitor mode, it will not block anything. Even there is a virus detected, the file will pass from the computer to the gateway firewall, and to the it will install from the computer from the internet into your machine. But the problem is, it will just send the logs actually, generate a log. Block mean it will just completely block it. Okay, so if you enable this, all these protocol will be enabled. Okay, include mobile malware, quarantine if you want, use FortiGate outbreak prevention database. Okay, use external block list. Kind of a deep, yeah, kind of it, you can't say deep packet inspection. It's just see the packet will be stay inside the firewall first of all for inspection. Yeah, yeah, the buffer. No, not the sandbox. Please don't assume the sandbox. Don't confuse with the sandbox, proxy based or flow based with the sandbox. Sandbox is a different concept. Okay, so I'm just doing the flow based for the time being, enabling it. So now this is my profile is a base available. I go to the firewall now, and I will do the enable this. You see, this is the my profile, and my this is my blocking now. Okay, so you see, I install the AV, but there will be a challenge actually. It might not be working because we have not enabled the SSH so far. Um, yeah, you see. It's not. Yeah, it's downloaded because this is the HTTPS file. Okay. If you want to enable this, you need to make sure the HTTPS is also SSL inspection is also enabled. Okay. So just I enable it, but the problem is it will not working. You see, I can download it, but because even though it has a file, because at the file level it does not actually. Right now it doesn't work. It need to be. We need to enable the the device certificate first of all. If we enable that, then I think we will be, because right now for the HTTP protocol we do not have any site where we can test this file. But for the HTTPS, even though we're working it, but why? What happened actually? Because SSL inspection is not enabled, and SSL inspection is a tunnel between your machine and to the end machine. Right now, it cannot see anything what is hidden inside the file. Okay, SSL. If you have not enabled the SSL inspection, anyway. So I just right now, after this, we will do the SSL inspection and see how it goes. But right now, just to enable this, you can just enable the HTTP antivirus here, antivirus profile, sorry, right? Hmm. And logs and reports. Okay, you can see this from secure to this lower. This traffic is allowed, but now it will be subject to my security profile, which I just enable it. It will check not only the rule but also check the security profile. And if the security profile see that any viruses or worms or malware is detected in the file, actually it will stop the blockage. If it will block it there. Okay, so we need to enable the SSL inspection first of all before we do anything else. So let me just do that.